Hi, welcome to software testing tutorials. In this video, we are going to learn how to crack ETL interview testing, which is asked in Infosys, and it is asked in January 2025. My one of the student attended a ETL interview in Infosys company, and they have cracked the interview. So those questions I have gathered, and I am trying to explain. Like it is as per my experience, I am explaining. So let's start it. So first question, normally they will ask, explain about yourself. So thus everyone we know, like we will explain about our experience, what companies we have worked, sorry, which projects we have worked, what is our roles and responsibilities in current company, what technology you have learned, and what certification you have do. So that is all about explain about yourself. So second question is like explain about your ETL project. So ETL project, ETL means extraction, transformation, and loading. So you know, right? So your project means how you can explain. So I as per my project, I worked on AWS cloud, where data is pulling from the source system, different source systems into AWS cloud. This kind of thing like a process you can explain. So AWS batch job will trigger the daily job, and it will pull the data from source system and copy into our like AWS S3 bucket, and AWS glue job will trigger and it will convert the read the data from CSV files for each table, and store as a like data frames. Based on that, it will insert and update operations it will do, and store it into S3 bucket. And those S3 bucket which will have the .parquet files, which will be connected to the AWS Athena. AWS Athena, it's kind of a database. You can use a select star from queries, insert, update, delete all the queries you can use. So next question they ask like which ETL tool using for testing and how you have used explain. So one of the tool I know like a query search tool we are using, like they then told like just explain like how you have validating the data. So first what happened means it's kind of a tool, so where we have to open the query search tool, and you have to log in with your credentials. So we are having a separate credential company, and in that query search tool you have to like launch the query wizard. Inside that we have to establish the connection for the source database, what database table you want to validate, and what is the target database you want to validate. So once the connection is established, we have to select the source connections and target database connections. Okay. So once I select the table, we have to select the table level validations. What kind of validation you want to do, those we have to select. Next one is the next screen you will see is a source schema, target schema you have to select. Based on that, in next screen you can get the table names to validate what table you want to validate. So once the map the each table columns values to validate, then what will happen means it will generate the query. So what are the columns you selected from the both the tables to want to validate? Based on that query automatically it will create, and we have to save that query for pair into one folder in our local folder or like server folder. Once that is done, like it will ask to select the agent to run this query pair. We have to select the agent. If this agent is not working, connect with the network drive and resolve the issues. And we are once the agent is up and running, we are running our query pair. So what it will do means first it will load the data, like it will connect to source system database and target system database, execute those queries, and the result it will be loaded, and it will compare the result. What are the table level validation we have done? It will compare, and it will what it will do? It will analyze the database. Sorry, analyze the result, and it will provide the beautiful reports. How many records passed? How many records failed? And if you are doing a comparison, so what is a record count like which is not matching from the source and target table? Those kind of detail automatically it will provide. So next question is the difference between a star schema and a Snowflake schema. So these are like a database, sorry, data warehouse concept, whereas star schema and Snowflake schemas are two types of database schema designs used in data warehousing. So comparison means a star schema, like a structure wise, is a single central fact table connected to multiple dimension tables in a denormalized form. So means like if the having we are having some data warehouse tables like fact table, sales related. It will have the sales ID, customer IDs, product related. Dimension table means we are having some dimensions which will have the date ID, date column, customer dimensions tables. So what will happen means this kind of tables will have. Next is Snowflake schema means it's kind of a central fact table. So star schema is a single central fact table and Snowflake is also central fact table connected to dimension tables which are further normalized into multiple related tables. So star schema is what kind of schema it is like a central fact table only, but it is dimension table in denormalized form. But in a Snowflake schema is a normalized form and connected to the multiple related tables. So difference means structure wise, star schema is simple, denormalized, and Snowflake schema is complex, normalized. So performance is fast in star schema and slower in Snowflake schema. Storage related star schema required more spaces, but Snowflake schema requires less spaces. And maintenance is easier in star schema, and it is harder, like due to normalization, it is harder to maintain in Snowflake schema. So those kind of simple differences we can say. So what is the next question is different between database and data warehouse. So here database means what it is. It will have the tables, right? It will have the tables. So purpose of the database is store current transaction data for daily operations. So database means it is having the tables and columns which store the current transactions data for daily operations. But a data warehouse, what it is means stores historical data for analysis and reporting purpose. So the data types like data, how exactly it will come into database means it is a real-time operational data, say OLTP. It is a real-time operational data, it will come into database. So data warehouse means historical and analytical data overlap. This is a historical and analytical data overlap. So normalization means highly normalized in database and data warehouse means denormalized, improves query performance. So optimization related to database is like a fast and insert update operations we can do in a database. But data warehouse like optimized for complex queries and reporting purpose only we are using. Data structure, coming to data structures in database, like it will have the tables and a relationship like normalized. But in a warehouse like what it will have star schema, Snowflake schema, so denormalized format. So query speed is very fast in database and the query it is fast for in data warehouse also for analytical queries. Large data aggregation purpose we can use, right? So mostly what you how you like which users are using for database means developers, application specialists, those kind of thing. But data warehouse who will use means data analytics and executives will use. So databases means example what we will give MS SQL, Oracle SQL Server. So but data warehouse means Amazon Redshift, Snowflake, Google BigQuery, those kind of thing we can provide, right? So next question they asked means what is a SCD logic? Please explain. So what exactly SCD means? It is a slowly changing dimension. Slowly changing dimension means in our table we are having the number of records, so which is doesn't have any history. But next day onwards, those records, some of them are updated. So I want to see like whenever the data is updated into existing records, for a reporting purpose, we can't say like how many like this record is updated when, but what kind of data is updated that we can't find. So that's why this SCD logic we are having one, two, three, SCD1, SCD2, those kind of logics we have. SCD2 logic, what will happen means whenever you are updating any existing records, it will maintain the history of that record. Means suppose customer having one record which is a kind of thing name, first name, last name, date of birth, and male or female, those kind of thing it will have. So next day onwards, what happen means customer record is updated. Means customer name, yesterday it is a Kunchana. About one spelling mistake happened, Kunchana. So customer reported that my name is not properly inserted. Please update as a Kuchana. Then next day, customer service will update. Instead of Kunchana, he will update as a Kuchana. So what will happen? This history, whenever the record is loaded into through the ETL process, loaded into particular customer table, at that time that record it should be available. History record should be available. Means old record will expire and new record will become as active. So at that time, whenever you are pulling the records, new report for active records, then you will get the proper data. Rajesh Kuchana, not Kunchana. So those related to SCD logics. So those will be applicable to SCD logic. So we discussed in data warehouse means it is having the historical data for the analytics purpose. So if you in reporting business want to analyze this record is when it is updated. Suppose in my project like claims are there. We are creating the claims daily. We are creating the claims, but claims will not settle in single day. It will take months, 2 to 3 months. It will get the at least 1 month. It will take to settle the claim. So first one is a customer has to raise the claim for the suppose pregnancy related. So they have to raise the claim. So it will go to company. They will approve or reject. They will suppose example approve. So your first record status will be open. Once the approved, then your history record will be approved, right? Next, it will go for the payment related. Payment, next payment record will insert, then it will be in progress. So open, approved, claim is approved, payment is in progress. Next record will be amount is paid via how like cash, check, NEFT. So these customer related having from claim raised from day one to end of the day, like the period which is having the cycle to close the customer payments, every record should be maintained in our using SCD logic. This logic they are using to maintain those slowly changing dimension record. History record has to maintain based on this SCD logics. So that one. Next, what are the steps you follow to test data validation of test cases? In ETL testing, like how you are performing your data validation, those kind of thing they are asking. So mostly what we are doing means we are following the data quality checks. Data quality checks means what it will have table having whether it's having a duplicate records or not. So each table should not have the duplicate records. Whenever the SCD logic is also applied, at that time duplicate record should not insert active or inactive or active. Inactive it is they can't like if it is inactive then it is not a duplicate. If primary key will be duplicate, but when you are searching with active records, only unique record should display. Why? Because that unique records only pulled by the reporting team. So next one is the data integrity. So parent and child. So we are using joins, customers, orders, payments. This integrity should not be broken. This integrity should be present. All the customers having in customer tables, all the records should be present in. If they are raised payment, so all the payment should be present. All the customer payment should be present in payment table. Single record also should not match. Sorry, should not miss. So those integrity should be proper. So I will give you example customer and one more table is customer contact. So each person will have the contact number like mobile number, landline number, anything, right? Without mobile number, the person cannot exist. Like every person having mobile number compulsory. Like that is so that customer like email also present. Mobile or email. So that is mandatory to communicate. So then if you see that all the customers in the customer table should be present in customer contact table also. So all the records present in customer table and same related to contact related customers will present when we are joining with the customer contact, all the records will come like that. Next data quality checks will be unique related. So record should be unique. Primary key should be unique. Next null. Primary key should not be null. And next one is what we are going to validate mean the unique mandatory column for transformation columns like date column is suppose source system having a mmdd YY, but in cloud how it will be YY dd hyphen mm, so format will be changed. Those kind of format also we have to test. Next one is the source target data value. These kind of validation. Source data, how many records are there? Using ETL tool, we are validating how many records, all the everything is matching or not. So data flowing to the downstream partners are not IBM, Cognos reporting, SAP reporting to Tableau reports team. The data which is available in the cloud, all the data is properly flowing into downstream partners are not. Next to data, so same kind of thing. Data loading process also we have to test daily compulsory. All the tables should be present. If any table is missing, then what is the problem is data load will stuck. So data will not load, then it will be impacted to all the teams which are doing the testing or like development. So those kind of thing we have to validate. Next question they ask like provide the output of the below problem. Like if you see the query related, table A has 50 records and the table B has 50 records and the common records are 20. Like if you see like these are the problem they are giving example and they have to provide the answer for all the joins. So inner join, like inner join means joining with two different or more tables, only matching records will pull. So that is a 20. So this answer is easy, 20. So next one is a union. So select a star from table A, union select star from table B. So that is a question they are asking, how many records it will pull. So union means combine the result set of two or more select statements. So it is combining the two or more table result set into together and what it will do, it will remove the duplicates row by default. So union what it will do, function combines the result set of two or more select statement result and removes the duplicate rows by default. So calculation how it will be, total unique records are 15 table 1 example customers plus 50 in table B means example order total is 100 minus 20 records, already 20 common records are there, it is 80, now 80, union output will be 80. Again what it will do, sorry, again duplicate records it will remove 20, it will be 60 records. Sorry. So next union all means it is 100, table A having 50, table 2 having 50, so total is 100. Union all means combine the result set of two or more select statements. So it will combine the result set of both the tables. It will include all the rows, even duplicates also. So it will be easy, 50-50 plus 100 cross. Okay. Next they ask like a cross join. Like what is output for cross join? Cross join means it will produce a Cartesian product of the two table. So this means every row from a first table is combined with every row from the second table. You understood it? This means every row from the first table is combined with every row from the second table. See calculation, see. So this is a formula. Number of rows in output, number of rows in customer table into number of rows in order table. So 50 into 50, 2500 records. Sorry. Next one is a full join. Full join means it is kind of 80. So what is like a full join means it will combine the both the tables, right? It will combine the both tables. So whether it is a matching from a right table or left table, it will get the records. So see if like calculations, matching records are 20, common to both table, right? So table A only records having 50. Example customer minus 20. It will remove the common records. Now 30 it will be there for column A, sorry table A. So table B having 50, same common records 30. So it will remove 30. So total record 20 plus 30 plus 30. So total is 80 records. That is a calculation for full join. So next question they ask like write a query to delete unique records in a table. So here like we have to write the query to delete unique records in a particular table. So this is a simple query. Like first we have to use a subquery. We have to use a subquery. So delete from a table, from table where column and so here you can ask column 1 or column 2 anything not in select column from table group by. So if you want to find out the duplicates, like how many duplicates are there in a table, we have to use a group by column to having count of star greater than 1. Means if any these particular columns having duplicate values, if it is a greater than 1, then that count will be displayed. So we are deleting the records, duplicate records from this table using this query, right? Next, write a query to find the second highest salary in employee table. So they asked to find the second highest salary in employee table. So as per the query, we have to again use the subquery. Subquery we have to use compulsory. So as per this query, first subquery will be executed. That is, select a distinct salary from employee. Distinct means unique record. Unique it will display. Select distinct salary from, like duplicates it will not display. Unique. Select distinct salary from employee order by salary descending order. So first this query will execute. So we see the limit 1. So only one record it will come. Their offset is 1. Offset is 1. See, first highest salary it will come. Order by descending. First highest salary it will come. Right? Then select a salary from employee where salary equal to offset 2 means, offset 1 means second record it will come. Right? Offset 1 means second record. So first record will be highest salary. Second record with the second highest salary. If you mention offset 2, then it will give the third highest salary. Sorry, like yeah, in this employee table, third row it will give you. That is a third highest salary. Like that. We have to use this inner query where salary equal to automatically value it will come and it will execute the query. So next the query they asked to write a query to get domain name from email address. Domain name is gmail.com. This is gmail.com. So domain name gmail.com. They want to get from the query. This kind of query they have used. So for this we have to use substring underscore index. So index based this value will print in the select query. So queries select space substring underscore index. We have to give the email ID. This email ID. Here I have given. So what is the domain means gmail.com is a domain. So where it is available at the rate after at the rate it is available. That's why at the rate we have to mention index means -1, right? This is a -1. Next that is a domain name. So when we execute those query we will get the gmail.com. So these kind of questions they have asked in Infosys January 2025 it is happened. So please provide your valuable comments and happy learning and try to understand like ETL concept before going to the ETL interview and thorough with SQL queries, SQL concept and ETL any testing tool you are using for ETL and try to go through like a project. Project is main like try to explain your project properly. So from there only they will ask the question. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching.